Premier League Luton Town vs Aston Villa prediction, team news, lineups preview. In the wake of a crushing FA Cup loss to the reigning champions, Luton Town turned their attention back to the Premier League relegation scrap on Saturday evening, hosting Aston Villa at Kenilworth Road. Rob Edwards' side were blown to smithereens 6-2 by Manchester City in Tuesday's FA Cup contest, prior to which the Lions ran out 4-2 top-flight victors at home to Nottingham Forest. Match preview. Luton fans, players and coaching staff may still be having nightmares about Man City's spellbinding pair Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne following the events of Tuesday night, where the dynamic duo amassed a staggering 9 goal contributions between them in the 5th round of the FA Cup. For the second time in a Citizens jersey, Haaland ended a game with a fantastic 5 goals to his name, 4 of which were set up by De Bruyne, while a fine Mateo Kovacic strike also ensured that Jordan Clark's 2 efforts for Luton would only be a scant consolation. Clark's first strike, which sparked hope of an improbable turnaround, certainly won the Goal of the Match award, but the 30-year-old and his Hatters colleagues returned home battered and bruised from a night with the champions, who condemned them to their 4th straight loss in all competitions. Owing to 3 successive Premier League losses to Sheffield United, Liverpool and Manchester United, a Luton side whose powers have slowly waned find themselves in 18th place in the Premier League table, 4 points below Nottingham Forest in the safety of 17th spot with a game in hand. While Clark's brace on Tuesday means that Edwards' men have now scored in 9 consecutive fixtures, a whopping 19 goals have been let in by the Luton backline in their last 5 games, including 11 in their 3 home clashes throughout a forgettable February. Aston Villa's recent defensive exploits at Villa Park have often left a lot to be desired too, and Unai Emery's men conceded for the 4th game running versus Nottingham Forest last weekend, where Moussa Niakate and Morgan Gibbs-White both found a way through for the visitors. However, 2 strikes from Douglas Luiz and a 4th-minute opener from Ollie Watkins had already given Aston Villa a seemingly unassailable lead before Forest threatened a second-half comeback. But such hopes evaporated when Leon Bailey tapped in the Lions' 4th of the afternoon, on account of their first home victory of 2024, as well as the postponement of Tottenham Hotspur's London Derby with EFL Cup finalists Chelsea. Emery's men hold a 5-point lead over the Lilywhites in the 4th and final Champions League spot, albeit having played an extra game. While the Lions lost their golden touch at home earlier this year, they remain undefeated on rival territory in 2024, conceding just 1 goal in those 5 contests, and the visitors could now triumph in 3 straight Premier League road matches for the first time since Emery's opening 3 away games in charge. Aston Villa ran out convincing 3-1 winners when Luton visited the West Midlands at the end of October, but not since 1989 have the Lions come away from Kenilworth Road with a victory to their name, losing each of their last 3 contests at the Hatters headquarters. Team news. Luton's beatdown at the hands of Man City was a particularly painful experience for Amari Bell, who was withdrawn injured towards the end of the first half and watched on helplessly as Haaland, De Bruyne and co. tore his team to shreds. Edwards admitted that neither Bell nor Gabriel Osho, an unused substitute on Tuesday, were at full fitness before the game. But as the Hatters' absentee list grows, Man City loanee Issa Kabor will at least return after being ineligible to take on his parent club. However, Mads Andersen calf, Elijah Adebayo hamstring, Albert Sambi Lokonga thigh, Dan Potts unspecified, Jacob Brown knee, Marvelous Nakamba knee and Tom Lockyer heart are still unavailable for Luton, who handed January signing Daiki Hashioka his first team debut on Tuesday night. Aston Villa also made an early defensive substitution in their most recent battle, as Pau Torres only lasted until half-time against Nottingham Forest before succumbing to leg pain. But Emery played down his withdrawal as a precautionary one after the game. While Torres should therefore be fine to reprise his role in the rear guard, the Lions are already guaranteed to be without 6 infirm players in Boubacar Kamara knee, Tyrone Mings knee, Emiliano Buendia knee, Han Duran hamstring, Diego Carlos thigh and Ezri Konsa knee, although the latter is progressing very well. with 24 direct contributions under his belt already this season. Only Mohamed Salah has had a hand in as many Premier League goals as Watkins in 2023-24, and the English Euro 2024 hopeful is primed to spearhead an unchanged Lions 11. Luton Town possible starting lineup: Kaminski, Osho, Menji, Burke, Ogbene, Barkley, Clark, Doughty, Chung, Morris, Woodrow. Aston Villa possible starting lineup: Martinez, Cash, Torres, Lenglet, Moreno, Bailey. Louise, McGinn, Ramsey, Tielemans, Watkins. We say, Luton Town 1-4 Aston Villa. The ease in which City carved their way through a disjointed and injury-hit Luton defence spells trouble for the hosts on Saturday, especially with their visitors also boasting the fresher legs. Edwards' side can at least take solace from their recent propensity for scoring, but as was the case throughout February, a solitary strike should ultimately prove meaningless as Aston Villa remain in control of their Champions League destiny. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.